Welcome to my channel Moon Borimuk, and I request everyone to like this channel, to subscribe this channel, and keep watching this channel. Today, here we discuss transportation problem number 4. In the previous 3 classes, we discussed transportation problem number 1. There we discussed northwest corner rule. In the second problem, transportation problem number 2, the second class, we discussed least cost entry method or lowest cost entry method. And in transportation problem number 3, the third class, we discussed Vogel's approximation method, or some people may also call it Vogel's approximation method. There, we discussed the initial feasible solution, and today we want to discuss whether the initial feasible solution is optimal or not. To discuss this thing, we discuss a new method, and that method is called MODI method. MODI method means modified distribution method. Here, once again, we take the last problem, means whatever we discussed in the transportation problem number 1, 2, 3, but we discuss the initial feasible solution, whatever is discussed in transportation problem number 3 class. So let us have the class, and for that let us have the question. So this is our question, and here we are, this is the problem: determination of initial basic feasible solution to the following transportation problem and test for optimality. This problem, as I have already told you, this problem is already solved in transportation number 3 class, transportation problem 3 class. So I don't go into detail of this thing. I directly go to the optimality test portion. But before that, let us have a brief recap of the last class. So this is the problem, and for this problem, we once again write the table given in the question, and then we think of penalty and demand, and then we allocate the minimum cost in the largest penalty, and then accordingly we put these things, and these things, the second thing, and then we can proceed to these things. So these things I don't go into detail because already I discussed this thing in my last class, this transportation problem number 3. So I am just scrolling over the pages, and I think you can have the same problem again for your convenience. I have taken these steps again. Otherwise, if we are to determine the initial basic feasible solution, then we cannot understand the remaining part. So I have taken that one, and that's this is we are in the last part of the solution. This last part of the solution means we have got the total availability and total demand as 0. So whenever the total demand and availability becomes 0 in a balanced transportation problem, then we can understand that our steps to find the initial basic feasible solution has been finished. So we have got our initial basic feasible solution, and our transportation cost is rupees 114. Now we think for the applying the MODI method to test the optimality, whether this solution is optimal or not. So for that we have to follow some steps. Step number 1, the BFS means basic feasible solution contains m plus n minus 1 allocations. We will, in the next class, we will understand what is this m plus n minus 1 allocation. Then step number 2, these allocations must be in independent positions. Independent position means the allocations should not make a loop. That is independent position, means we cannot form a loop from the allocations. And then number 3, step number 3, we have to obtain Ui and Vj such that Cij is equal to Ui plus Vj, where Cij is the value of the occupied cell or allocated cell, and Ui is the it is the value from the row wise value, and Vj, these are the column wise values. And step number 4, we evaluate cell unit cost differences Dij for each empty cell, or we can say non-allocated cell, applying the rule Dij is equal to Cij minus Ui plus Vj. Okay. Then in step number 5, we verify the matrix of Dij for negative entries and come to the following conclusions. No Dij is negative, then solution is optimal. No Di is negative, but some are zeros. Alternative solutions are there. If any of the Dij's is negative, repeat the above steps and make plus minus theta to the cell evaluations in the corners in the loop of the largest negative cell evaluations and calculate value of theta by using the formula minimum value of the cell evaluation minus theta, cell evaluation minus theta is equal to 0. Then reduce the value of theta from the respective cell evaluation. So this is the means these are the 5 steps to know the optimality of an initial basic feasible solution. Okay, then let us start from the initial basic feasible solution, whatever we have done in our previous steps. So this is the final table of initial basic feasible solution. Here we have taken the allocations and cell evaluations. So allocations and cell evaluations, this, and from this we, as I have already told you, we are to find out Ui and Vj following a rule Cij is equal to Ui plus Vj. And before that, whether we have to verify whether the first step is satisfied or not. Let's see how many cell allocations are there in the initial feasible solution. We have 1, 2. We have how many cell evaluations? 1, then 2, 3, 4, 4, then 5, then 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total 6 evaluations are there. Cell evaluations are there, or cell allocations are there. And here we see M means how many rows are there. 1, 2, 3. 3 rows are there. So M is 3. Here we write M is 3. This M is 3. Then how many columns are there? 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 columns are there. So we write N is equal to 4. N is equal to 4. So 3 plus 4 minus 1 is equal to 6. 6 allocations in independent positions. So first condition of optimality is satisfied. Therefore, we can proceed to the next step. Next step is we obtain Uij, Ui and Vj by applying the formula what? Cij is equal to, applying the formula Cij is equal to Vij. This formula Cij, once again I am writing it, Cij is equal to Ui plus Vj. Ui plus Vj. So Ui plus Vj. So Cij, but here we are to assume any value of Ui. Any value of Ui first. Ui from what generally we should take what the largest row. Largest allocated row means largest and the row where the largest allocations are there. But here we have seen every row has equal number of allocations, so we assume any one. Suppose we assume the C3, this C34, if we assume this C34, then if we assume this C34, then it will be what? U3 plus V4. U3, and let us assume U3 is equal to 0. This is not hard and fast rule to assume U3 as equal to 0. This if we assume u3 equals to 0, it becomes a convenient one. So we generally say conveniently 0. So u3, if we assume u3 is equal to 0, then c34 is 2, this 2. We write here c34 is equal to 2 can be written as u3 plus v4 is equal to 2. Here, since we have assumed u3 equals to 0, so we write here 0 plus v4 is equal to 2. This implies v4 is equal to 2. Then we we write c31. Anyone you can assume c3. We need to find the values actually. We need to find the values of u1, u2, u3, u4, v1, v2, v3. U1, u2, u3, and v1, v2, v3, v4. By taking any of these allocations. So it is, if we take c31 means this 3 and 1. So what is this value? 1. C31 is this value is 4. C31 is 4. So we write here C31 4 is equal to U3 plus V1. U3 is 0. So V1 is equal to 4. So we have got V1 4. Then now we take C3 this C we write here C11. Okay, C11. If we take C11, then it is what? See, there is a repetition. This repetition we will verify whether it is this is a repetition. We will make it correct. C11 means this is 6. 6 means U1 plus V1. U1 plus V1. So as we have got V1 is equal to 4, therefore we get U1 equals to 2. Then if we take C21, then C21 is what? 8. So U2 plus V1. So by calculating these things, we get U2 equals to 4. Then C12 is this 4. C12 is 4. So we have got V2 equals to what? Applying this formula, we have got V2 equals to 2. Then C23. Therefore this C23 means U2 plus V3. This is equal to C23 is what? 2. So we have got V3 is equal to minus 2. V3 is equal to minus 2. We have got it. Okay. So after getting all these values, then we can proceed to what? We can proceed to, okay, let me erase these values first so that we can scroll to the next slide. And after getting these values, just a minute. After getting these values, then we will write this Uij matrix, Uivj matrix, and the non-allocated matrix. So we will see what can be done. So this part is actually not required. So you can cancel this portion. Then this one is okay. Then we have erased it, and we got what? Now we will get. Then let us proceed to the next slide. Then we see we will write here the Uivj table with cost of evaluated cell. Cost of evaluated cells. So these we have simply written in the cost of evaluated cells, Uivj. So Uivj here our value has to be written. No. Okay. Then Ui, these are the Uis and these are the Vjs. So after writing this, then we proceed to what? Cij matrix. Cij matrix is what? For empty cells. And Ui plus Vj matrix. So this Cij for empty cells, these are what we can write it from the given question. These are the empty cells. And here Ui plus Vj, you can calculate this. Ui plus Vj means what? If we go to the previous slide, then Ui plus Vj, here this 2 plus minus 2 will be 0. Then and these are the non-allocated cells. Then 4 plus minus 2 is 2. then this 0 plus 2 is 2, then 4 plus 2 is 6, etc. And this this 2 plus 4, that will be so you will understand how to calculate this Ay plus Vj for these cells. This for empty cells we only calculate the Ey plus Vj matrix, not for the for all the cells. Then we calculate the Dij matrix. Dij matrix by applying the formula Cij, and Cij means this matrix and this matrix. So from this matrix we subtract this matrix. And this is the idea actually. Though we are writing in this way, idea is what, from this matrix we subtract this matrix. So 1 minus 0 is what? 1. Then 5 minus 4 is 1. 9 minus 6 is 3. 7 minus 6 is 1. Then 3 minus 2 is 1, and 6 minus 2 is 8. And here we have seen all the Dij's are non-negative, means none of the Dij's are negative. Therefore, our solution is optimal. So I hope you have understood it. And in our next class, we will discuss one more similar type of question where we will find some Dij's are negative. And if we find some Dij's are negative, then we have to repeat the same procedure until we get an optimal solution. Okay. Thank you. Till then, I request you once again to like this and share it and subscribe it. And I hope you stay well, stay safe, stay well. Thank you again.